Culver City is embroiled in controversy. This one project has dominated the transportation conversation across West Los Angeles, and the people are weighing in.
The impact is horrendous.
They're either absolutely in love with this new project or absolutely despise it. And who would have thought? It's all over a bit of paint. The city of Culver City, or is that right? The municipality of Culver City. The city of Culver City. You know what? Culver City has been pushing and pulling, playing around with a new revolutionary way to get around. The City Council, the Department of Transportation, and Culver City Public Works launched a new transportation approach a couple of years ago, very creatively called Move Culver City, with a low-cost, fast way to bring transformative changes to this growing, gentrifying Southern California city. Sounds simple enough, so where's the controversy? Why is this such a heated issue? Well, on Culver Blvd, they figured that instead of maintaining the many lanes dedicated to driving and parking that largely served only one use, the car, they said, why don't we invest in, incentivize, and protect other ways of getting around, i.e. biking, riding the bus, and walking? Why don't we try making some of these modes safer and more attractive to use? A noble quest indeed. They repurposed some of the roadway space and paint and these white sticks called delineators. Parking spaces and driving lanes for cars were converted into exclusive lanes, the green for bicycles and the red for buses and the occasional emergency vehicle. By doing this, they essentially provided a new space where buses, bicycles, and scooters don't come into conflict with vehicular traffic. This, in turn, protects vulnerable people on the road who don't have glass windows and an airbag to protect them, and prioritizes buses, allowing them to move faster. One of the reasons people choose not to take the bus is simply because it takes too long, and if you have your own car, it's just so much more convenient to drive. During Culver City rush hour, these other modes of transportation are able to fly through, getting people to where they need to go faster. And so these bike and bus lanes, these pieces of infrastructure are really exciting because it makes alternative ways of getting around more competitive with the automobile. These investments led to quite a bit of a shakeup, and for many motorists, the feedback was largely negative. Nonetheless, the city of Culver City, the one and only Culver City, home of the Culver City City Culvers, City Council met in April of 2023, revisiting some of the Move Culver City project. It was a huge fiesta of ideas and conversation.
Your time is up.
People said what was on their mind. I combed through 6 hours of city council meeting footage with a friend, and it honestly was so entertaining watching all this, so I included the compilation.
Should I just begin whenever?
Never been to a city council meeting before.
Adding an additional car lane will not solve any problems.
The impact on my residential street is horrendous.
I'll be the first to admit that data is a human construct.
This has not worked. Punches the driver when he's stuck in traffic.
She actually was hit by the bike and thrown onto the sidewalk.
White Sun's Jewish Deli, Morocco's Pizzeria, Chipotle, the Farmer's Market. Increasing lanes does not reduce congestion in traffic.
We're not adding a car lane. We're taking it back.
Biking is up, pedestrian activity is up, sales tax revenue is up.
That lane has been a car lane for 70 years.
You 5 council persons literally threw more gas on the flames.
Google-induced demand.
85% said they either wanted to change it or actually get rid of it. When Move started, I was a doubter. It was confusing and frustrating.
Please listen to your constituents and don't let them bully you. But you know what? I can't avoid it. I live there.
Downtown changed from a place that 5 years ago we did not want to go to a place we spend money every single week.
A brief comment of my own. My name is Disa Lindgren, and I'm a boomer.
In my opinion, the Los Angeles
that feeling of safety doesn't come from a 2-pound plastic cone, but the fact that there is space between the cars and the bikes.
That's the worst part. Seeing an empty bus lane that every once in a while has a bus, and then maybe 3 to 5 people on it.
If you watch bicyclists show up to eat, you'll see that we show up thirstier and hungrier. We order more drinks, we order more food. It's good for us, it's good for the businesses. Thank you.
He can't ride a bike or take a bus, and the worst commute he has is getting in and out of our neighborhood.
Community and customers want a great experience walking, dining, and hanging out, and cars cannot provide it. Thank you.
I remember Culver City before Move, and the traffic was bad.
Thank you so much to staff for your hard work and putting these reports together and staying up late because I know we all want to go home. During that time, pre-implementation, there were 0 bike lanes, 0 bus lanes. The bus lane is pretty empty. I've evolved on this. Obviously tonight it was overwhelmingly pro option 1 here. And that puts a lot of pressure on us to go in that direction. But same survey, 68% oppose only a solo lane of traffic. To completely ignore that is true disenfranchisement.
Ultimately, the council decided 3-2 that they would be opening a new lane for cars, and that will put buses and bikes in a shared lane. The city council meeting ended 2:12 a.m. the next morning. For many motorists, they didn't love the loss of a vehicle lane and didn't love the congestion they saw. The infrastructure was confusing, frustrating, and hard to understand. Some noted extra vehicle traffic was being redirected through their neighborhood, and I think these complaints are valid. But when you look at the other side of the coin, these changes by the city are an overwhelming investment in places. The central business district, with its many stores and cafes, has experienced increased foot traffic, transit ridership, and bike activities. They made this place more vibrant and pleasant to live and work in, one worth visiting. With the addition of Move Culver City, bus ridership has shot up by 36% on the project corridor, greater than the rest of the city. Culver City also hosts a Metro Expo Line station, which I guess now is technically the Gold Line, but that's a whole can of worms for another day. But essentially, it's the nearby light rail train that connects Santa Monica to the rest of Los Angeles. This central station is essentially an endless spawn point of customers, and better investment in public transit and bike infrastructure helps get these customers, employees, and family members to more destinations more quickly. On the car side of the equation, some drivers simply don't see the value. Culver City has successfully attracted many industry heads, such as Apple, Amazon, and Sony. Thousands of jobs are rapidly coming their way, and the city's transportation system needs to be able to handle these increased volumes of people. And while the recent news may be discouraging to some, buses and bikes are here to stay. Ultimately, there will still remain a space on Culver Boulevard for buses and bikes to be on, more than most neighborhoods of Los Angeles can say. Culver City also is looking into adding a bus lane on the major north-south Sepulveda Boulevard, which is currently in the early design process. Even more exciting, the City of Los Angeles and Metro are right now installing new bus priority lanes on La Brea Avenue. Further, Culver City will continue to have a vibrant bike culture, as well as boast a direct bike path to the beach. I totally can see and understand the car/driver point of view. A car is a great tool for certain trips, but in the grand scheme of things, as the Los Angeles region continues to grow in population but remain largely the same in road capacity, there will come a point where standstill traffic and accidents and congestion will get so out of hand that we will have no choice but to invest in alternative means of transportation. Whether or not we've reached that point is entirely up to your opinion, but it is entirely admirable to see Culver City stick their neck out and try something bold and new. Thank you so much for watching. I was working on this video back in March and April, but school got in the way, so it's coming out in July. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video around. I'm trying to make more transportation videos. We'll see you in the next video.